rainy day go away. Nah, I don't care if it rains. I'm off today. I ain't going nowhere. What's going on, gangsters? Movie John here, and it's all about the name. Yeah, the name. Now, to those that don't know my actual last name, just watching me on YouTube, I don't know if I've ever actually came out and said it or whatever, but I'm going to say it right now. It's Navy. And growing up with my last name being Navy, N-A-V-Y, you would think that's pretty easy to spell. But believe it or not, there's people out there that do not know how to spell Navy. When I've had to tell people that, they say Mavy, they say Davy. I don't know. I try to speak it as clear as I can. Maybe some people think I mumble or whatever sometimes, but I mean, it's pretty easy. It's N-A-V-Y. I say just like the U.S. Navy. So you would probably wonder, where the hell do you get a last name like that, Navy? It sounds pretty American, right? Well, it's not really American. My mama's side of the family, of course, is Cherokee, and I don't know what else. I just know it's Cherokee. A lot of people got Indian in me, but, you know, my dad's side of the family, of course, where I got the name, it has not always been Navy. Back in the days, yep, there's Italian in their side of the family. And ancestors came over from Italy in 1920. And their name was not Navy. It was Nevi. It was N-E-V-I. Of course, people couldn't even spell that shit either. So they wanted to sound more American, and they wanted people to be able to spell it. And years later, when I come around in 1975, people still can't spell Navy. So they changed the E to an A and the I to a Y. So really, my real last name should be Navi. Well, 1989 rolls around. My dad's separated from my mama, and he decides to legally change his name back to Navi, N-E-V-I. So my dad doesn't even have the real last name that I have. He asked me if I wanted to do it at that time. I don't know how hard it was for him to do that, but I guess you can change your name, your last name, just like you can change your first name. But growing up, I always liked my last name being Navy, because everybody always said, well, that's cool, it's different. People would joke with me in school and call me Johnny Army and all that cool stuff or whatever, but I liked Navy. But like I said, they never could spell it. I was in the newspaper once when I was like in 4th grade, and they had the kids' names and stuff, and guess what? I was not John Navy in the paper. I was John Nancy. Horrible shit. I don't know what happened there. But, and then years later, I get mail as John Nagy. I have Navy spelled N-A-V-E-Y in like coupons, different things that you get in the mail. I've had it spelled so many different ways. But, you know, when I hooked up on Facebook back in 2009, when I first put it in, they actually had to approve me to have that last name on there, but I guess because of the U.S. Navy. So it took 2 days to approve it, and I actually got to have the name John Navy on there. But years later, when my kids got Facebook, they didn't want to wait, and I guess they would approve them, or maybe it didn't approve them or whatever, so they had to misspell it. One's got an extra Y, and one had an extra V or something, I don't know, or had an S on it or whatever. But here recently, I got my Facebook hacked, and I was thinking, well, let's try to sign up again in that name. Well, guess what? It wouldn't let me do it. It says something about creating like a business account or whatever. It says, put down what people call you. Well, mother flippers, they call me John Navy. I can't help it. Or I could put Johnny in there. But the thing is, it's not the first name. It's the last name. They will not let me start another account under my last name, Navy. So I was thinking, how about just try the Navi? Yeah, my stepmom's on there, and she's got Navi as her name. So maybe I can change it to that. So I've been thinking about it. I've been off Facebook for, well, it's been almost 2 weeks now. And some days I miss it, some days I don't. But I was thinking, if I do that, I can start an account with that. So people out there that's got me on Facebook, if you do get a friend request here soon from a John Navi, that will be me. And it'll have a picture, of course, of me or whatever. Movie John. But I just want to let everybody know that for the people that I do have on Facebook that do watch my videos, that's me. If I do it, I'm still debating about it. I'm not for sure. But you might get a friend request from John Navee, and that'll be me, since they will not let me have Navy again. It's all in the name. Till next time.